The Birmingham Boys, also known as the Birmingham Boys, were a street gang whose power extended from the north of England to London's underworld between the 1910s and 1930. They lost control of the southeast racecourses to the Syndicate gang. History. Origin. Following the Gaming Act 1845, the only gambling allowed in England was at racetracks. The introduction of special excursion trains meant that all classes of society could attend the new racecourses opening across the country. Cash was concentrated in the hands of bookmakers, who employed bodyguards against protection gangs operating within the vast crowds. William "Billy" Kimber, born 1882 in Summer Lane, Aston in Birmingham, was head of the Birmingham Boys. With gangs in Uttoxeter and Leeds, he controlled racecourses in the Midlands and the North. For several years Kimber was probably the biggest organized crime boss in the UK. He set up a secondary base in Islington, North London, to concentrate on the racetracks in the south of England, teaming up with London gang boss Charles "Wag" MacDonald. Kimber died in 1942 at Mount Stuart Nursing Home in Torquay, after a long illness. Kimber formed alliances with smaller organizations such as the Hoxton Gang and the Elephant and Castle Mob. Now at racecourses in the southeast, one group the Brummies began to prey on were the Jewish bookies from London's East End, who turned to local underworld boss Edward Emanuel, who in turn recruited the Italian Sabini gang as protection. In March 1921, the Brummagem ambushed Sabini at Greenford Park trotting track. A few days later, Kimber was found shot and beaten in King's Cross, London, having gone to visit Sabini. The violence escalated, but Sabini gained the upper hand when 23 Birmingham boys were locked up following the Epsom Road battle. Epsom Road battle. Kimber's gang believed that a group of Leeds bookmakers traveling in a Crossley tender at UL, near Epsom, on Coronation Cup Day were in fact the Sabini gang. The tender was rammed by a taxi, and 60 men set upon the occupants with hatchets, hammers, and bricks. The attack was led by a man with a revolver, and initial reports suggested it was a Sinn Féin riot. The gang had used taxis and a blue motor coach to both follow their victims and escape. The police located the coach at the George and Dragon pub, now the Kingston Lodge Hotel on Kingston Hill, and were able to muster 50 officers. In popular culture, in the BBC television series Peaky Blinders, a fictionalized version of Billy Kimber was portrayed by Charlie Creed Miles. References. Further reading. Chibnall, Steve. Brighton Rock, London, I.B. Torres, 2005. ISBN 1-85043-400-X. Donaldson, William. Brewers, Rogues, Villains, and Eccentrics, an A to Z of roguish Britons through the ages. London, Orion Books Limited, 2004. ISBN 0-7538-1791-8. Huggins, Mike. Horse Racing and the British, 1939. Manchester, Manchester University Press, 2003. ISBN 0-7190-6529-1. Moonman, Eric. The Violent Society. London, Frank Cass and Company, 1987. ISBN 0-7146-3309-7. Wright, Alan. Organized Crime. Portland, Willen Publishing, 2006. ISBN 1-84392-140-5.